Hello, hello, beloveds, and happy Monday. I wanted to tune in and turn on with you and share a little bit of insight and inspiration, as well as give you some updates of what we've been up to over at Spiritual Womanhood and what I will be sharing with you very soon. So, one of the first things, we made it through the new moon. The energy feels very, very different now that we're in a new world, and many of us are looking for time to really reset. The last week's new moon was just so healing in so many different ways because it was in Taurus. And as we move to May in the next couple of days, we're going to see that groundedness come through now that we're in the time of Taurus. And as we start to move through May, we're going to definitely see some ebbs and flows in our energy out there in the world, as well as, truly and doing our deepest spiritual healing and work. And so this is truly a time for us to be in alignment with ourselves, to be in alignment with nature, in our relationships, as well as with the world. How we are being in the world, who we're being in the world is completely different than it was a month ago or 2 months ago. And so things are totally changing. And this is really an opportunity for us to not just look at ourselves as these beings, as this human experience, but really to look in and see what is within our hearts. What are we thinking about? What are we bringing about? And so with that said, I wanted to let you know, starting today is the first day that I have brought back the Tarot Insights on my YouTube. So if you go to the link in bio below, you will see a new weekly tarot update. Now, let me tell you, back in 2008, when YouTube first started, I did my first video. And I looked at it recently and I was like, OMG. First of all, I was about 40 pounds heavier. I was still drinking at that time. 2008, that's 12 years ago. So 12 years ago, I did my first YouTube video. And I used to do them every single week. And then I was guided to stop, where I thought I was guided to stop. And so guess what? I restarted them. So you can check out and see what is on for this week. And it's really about being determined to see, to be clear, to be present. So go ahead and take a peek at that. And so in saying that, many of us are looking for ways to get spiritual, to get our spirituality. And the thing that's most important is people have to recognize that spirituality isn't about reading and taking classes. It is about who you're being. Great thing there, Amor. Battling with your ego, being too harsh, boundaries. And so our ego self is the self that wants us to play small. It is the one who has all these judgments and opinions. It is our ego self that keeps us bound to the past. Our spirit self is connected to our spirit child. Our spirit child wants us happy. Our spirit child wants us creating. Our spirit child wants us, living our dreams. Our ego is the one that says, you can't do it. Our ego is also the one that says, you know what, who do you think you are? And so in saying all of that, it's important that we allow ourselves to not deny one or the other, but to examine, where did these thoughts come from? Where do these feelings come from? Why do they keep coming back? How can I heal past them? And that is where many people get stuck with, the spiritual thing isn't working, because they think it's about religion. But spirituality has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with you. It has everything to do with healing your heart, healing your mind. Because the first thing is, many people think, if I think about this, or if I try not to think about this, it'll work. No, spiritual practice comes from your heart. You have to want it, but it's not a wanting from the ego. It is a decision to heal. It's a decision to heal from the inside out. It's not trying to fix anything outside. It's not trying to make something wrong. It's not trying to make anybody wrong, or to, give somebody else reason or fault. It's not about blame or shame. It's about saying, I am making a decision to be happy. I am making a decision to release the past so I can be here in the present, in this moment. And so with that said, I wanted to invite you starting May 1st. We've got a very special, hey Glendalise, thanks so much for tuning in, beloved. Sending you so much love to you and your beautiful girls and your mom too. And so I see somebody says there, in my mind, you're my mom. I have just one daughter. Hey Evie, thanks so much for tuning in. And so what Miana and I have created is the Divine Reset. Now, this Divine Reset is a combination of me and Miana. Hey, Natalia, thanks for tuning in, beloved. And I wanted to answer your question. Yes, we are still in Puerto Vallarta. And so I saw that you asked me that the other day. And so the Divine Reset is going to be 22 days, más o menos. And the reason we're doing it over 22 days is because it takes 11 days to change into a new habit and behavior. So many people think, oh, if I just do it for a week or do it for 2 weeks, that is how things happen. But we know when you start going to the gym, it is always hardest in the beginning. And even Beyonce with her 22-day, I think it was a diet thing. The reason 22 days works because that's how it reprograms in your mind. And so we're going to kick off on Friday with the 22-day cleanse. And the 22-day cleanse is really a self-guided way for you to cleanse your aura, your soul, and your karmic. That's a bonus gift for the early birds. So if you know that you're ready for a divine reset, this is your chance. And then on Saturday, you're going to get a chance to work with Miana in the chakra eating, because we don't recognize what we eat and what we say, what we ingest. That goes into all of our chakras, which are our energy centers. And if we're not feeding them health and wealth and pure consciousness, then guess what? Our chakras are dirty. And so that's why the 22-day cleanse, it's all about the aura, all about the chakras, and then you're going to get that with the food with Miana. So Friday with me and Saturday with Miana. And then on Monday the 4th, we're going to dive into our divine reset. And the reason we're doing it like this, so let me tell you. So the first thing we're going to do is a fear fast. And what the fear fast is getting all the guck, all the crap, all the ideas out of your mind that have been holding you back. So grateful for you being free of alcohol for 14 months. That's fantastic. Wait till you see how it heals your mind, because that's what's next, the mind healing. And so the fear fast is really about saying, no more this, no more that. I am done. And that takes practice. So we're going to do that for 6 days. Then we're going to go into the forgiveness flush. And that is, we're just going to flush our system with some serious forgiveness practices. And so I can't wait to share that with you. It's so deeply spiritual. And then we're going to move from there into the freedom fire, because we've got to burn the things away that have been holding us back. And so that's going to be a 3-day process. Then we wrap everything up with the fearless faith, because it takes faith. It takes faith, it takes faith, it takes faith. So go ahead and sign up. The link is in bio. And again, this is less than $80, and you get to spend a day every single day. And also follow us over at Spiritual Womanhood. And we're going to be your guides. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to answer your questions. And this is an opportunity for you to truly, truly, truly heal yourself for real this time. How do you join? The link is in bio. Yes, it is. And so it's open now. And the early bird comes with the 2 bonus classes. The first bonus class is the 22-day cleanse, and that also is a workbook that is filled with 30 pages of tons of practices for you to clear your aura, your karma, and your soul. And then you get another workbook with Miana. Hey, beloved, Smart Perspective. Then you get another workbook with Miana. And then at the bonus, we're going to do a very special new moon reset on 5/22, which is our next new moon. But we also have a full moon next week, so I've got something special planned for us at that time. So the Divine Reset is now open. And the reason that we're doing this is, again, because so many people, how do I get healed? How do I heal my mind? And we're going to take you step by step over the next 22 days. So you're going to fast on that fear. You're going to flush yourself with forgiveness, because we always think of a flush as getting rid of. But a flush is really also about just flushing your system, just pulling it in, flushing your system with forgiveness. And many of us are holding on to pain And it is forgiveness, that flush of forgiveness that is just going to flow through us. So this is really a forgiveness, kind of a flow. Thinking about moving to Mexico, yeah, why not? I'm so grateful to have my dual citizenship. And so this is an opportunity for you to really just heal yourself. And if you want to find out some more insight and information about what's on tap for this week, I invite you again. I just restarted the weekly tarot insight. So every Monday from now on, you'll get a weekly tarot insight with me. And again, this is something I was doing back in 2008. If you look on my YouTube channel and look at all of my videos, you'll see me as I have lost weight, gained weight. My hair was blonder, my hair was different. I was traveling. You'll see that I was in Ukraine, I was in Spain twice, all these different things if you want to look at all my old videos, because I started YouTube back in 2012. And when I looked at that, I couldn't even believe that I'd started YouTube back in those days. But I love technology, and when everything, Facebook started, Instagram first started, I was always on it. So because I know that technology is how we can connect to each other and to the world, and that's what it was meant to do, is to bring us together, not to separate us, not to have all these likes and dislikes and all this other crazy stuff. And so also, if you're not up for the 22-day or for the Divine Reset, make sure you join me on Fridays for Heart Happy. And you know, I've made the decision for my mantra for May is I have decided to be happy no matter what. So what that means is I am giving myself like the serious, no matter what happens, no matter what experience comes in or out, whatever happens out there, I have decided I am going to be happy. I have this t-shirt, and it's now a ratty old night shirt that I use for my pajamas, but it says, I have decided to be happy. And I was sleeping in it the other night, and I said, you know what, that's going to be my mantra for May. So no matter what, I have decided, because a decision, that is how things change. You don't change by saying, oh, I want to do this. No, you have to make the decision. Just like I made the decision to stop drinking. And I'll tell you, when I made that decision, I never looked back. I never was tempted. I never even thought about alcohol. Like, it seriously just left my mind. And so that's what I'm calling in for my life. I'm calling in happiness. I'm calling in heart happiness, body happiness, spiritual happiness, physical happiness. I'm calling in pleasure. I'm calling in peace. I'm calling in prosperity. And I'm inviting you to do the same. So let's go ahead and just take it to prayer. Oh, how good it is, how good it is, how good it is to absolutely know that we can reset whenever we decide to. Absolutely knowing that when we decide, we are shifting and lifting our minds, our bodies, our spirits, lifting our consciousness to be one with spirit, not just in spirit, to be of spirit. And so I know as we lift and shift ourselves, we allow ourselves to be aligned with the divine and always through always. So I bless each and every one of us. I bless every man, woman, and child, every tree and every sea, every animal and every insect. I bless it all. And I know as I bless it all, I just like to see the comments as I'm praying. So, and I know as I bless it all, that spirit is moving, breathing, and having its way in, through, and as my life. So I just get out of the way, because I have decided to be happy no matter what. I have decided to be peaceful no matter what. I have decided to experience pleasure no matter what. And pleasure, I should say, is the sensation of spirit moving through you. It is not about a sexual energy. It is that, but it is about spirit moving through you, allowing your senses to be awake and alive. And so I am calling it in. The leaf just fell. I am calling it in. I'm calling it in for myself, and I'm calling it in for you, my brothers and sisters. And so I just release all worry, all doubt, all fear. I just let go of all chains, all links, all roots, all stories that bind me or us to the past. I am just knowing a new day, a divine reset is here. I'm so grateful for this and so much more. I let it go. I let it be. Ashe, as above, so below, as within, so without. Amen, amen. All right, all right, all right, all right. And so I just send you so much love and light. And until next time, beloveds, peace and blessings. Don't forget to check out the new tarot videos. I'm so great. Yes, the leaf just fell down. Yeah. All these other leaves are green. So that one must have just come from somewhere up there, because there's not too many dry ones, but it was lifted and shifted up and out of there too. So I love you. Until next time, peace and blessings, beloved.